So, let's get this over with. I've always been a Pokemon fan. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Red, and my last was Ultra Moon. But when it comes to my favourite Pokemon, Weavile is always the first thing that comes to mind, especially when Pokemon Platinum was a big deal. I was about 16 back then, and I almost screamed when I went to the nearest GameStop to buy the game, because I was almost in love with the devil of the Pokemon itself, Giratina. When I saw that it was on sale, I quickly grabbed it to see the price tag, and to my surprise, it was only $5, which wasn't usual, even if it was on sale. I brought it to the cashier, and after buying it, I went home to play it while in a big rush because I was too excited. But there was something different about the Giratina on the front. It had a claw mark on its eye, and it was a bit rusty. But I ignored that and started playing the game. When I reached Route 216, this was my team. Blaze, the level 29 Monferno. Carver, the level 31 Scyther. Thunder, the level 33 Luxray. Legend, the level 30 Lucario. Shadow, the 31 Haunter. And Drogon, the level 32 Gabite. It wasn't too long before I encountered the first Pokemon there. It was level 35 Sneasel, but it was different. Its fur was black, its feathers were a golden yellow, and its eyes and its third eye were a dark green. No way, don't tell me this is a shiny. Oh, and by the way, back then I didn't know what shiny Sneasel looked like, so don't say I'm stupid. I switched out Blaze for Thunder so that I could paralyze it, and I did. Right after weakening the creature, I threw an Ultra Ball and caught it in the first shot. Yes! After getting the new special Pokemon, I called it Claws and headed back to the nearest Pokemon Center to retrieve it. But when I did, all the other Pokemon were gone, like my Pikachu, my Shieldon, but I just thought it was a glitch and that they'll come back soon after. I saw that it was late at night, so I saved my game, shut my DS up and went to sleep. The next morning, I woke to the sound of my alarm, since I forgot to shut it off. I went to unplug it, but something caught my eye. A yellow feather with a bit of red on the tip. It was next to my DS. I picked it up and opened it, but the two screens were pitch black. I started mashing buttons, but nothing worked. I took the cartridge out and put it back in, and the game finally started. The same intro played, except that there was no sound to be heard, not even the Giratina cry. I was already in the game though, in the Pokemon Center. I checked my party and there was my newest Pokemon, who strangely evolved into Weavile without me knowing. I found it strange but continued on, leaving the Pokemon Center. I continued until I reached Spear Pillar. That's when things started going wrong. When I reached the cutscene where you encounter Giratina, there was nobody. And Giratina just appeared. Weavile came out, and the screens flashed a blinding light, and I was already at the place where I battled Giratina, in the Distortion world. I engaged in a battle and sent out Weavile. Huh. Wasn't he at the back of my team? Like before, there was no sound, and I couldn't control Weavile. What I was sad about was that I wanted to catch Giratina, but since I couldn't control anything, I wouldn't be able to catch it. Weavile only needed a few Shadow Claws to take down Giratina, but the fight didn't end there. Weavile used Pain Split. Suddenly, I felt ill. I had a huge pain in my chest and my head, and I needed to vomit badly. I went to the bathroom to do so, but when I did, I puked out blood and golden feathers. The pain was gone. I went back to my room, and I saw even more feathers, and I saw that my DS was on my shelf. I don't remember taking it off my bed. I opened the DS and was greeted by my Weavile with bloody claws, and we were at Spear Pillar. What made my eyes water was that all 5 of my other Pokemon were impaled by the small pillars, the blood oozing out of them. But Weavile looked happy, which also sent chills down my spine. There was also Giratina, with a slit throat and an open chest that was making all its organs spill out. It was laying dead behind Weavile. I forced the DS closed and looked at the Weavile plushie I had. He used to be a shiny Weavile, but now It was exactly like the Weavile I caught. Black with golden feathers and green eyes. I screamed and threw my pocket knife at it, but instead of cotton coming out, it was red feathers, and a strong scent. A scent of blood came from all around my room. I grabbed the plushie, took out the knife, and went to the kitchen to get some stitches, because I regretted my move. After stitching up the hole in my beloved plushie, I returned to my room. I slowly reached towards my DS and opened it. A message popped up in the middle of my screen. Why? I simply answered, because I got scared. I'm sorry. Fine. The screen faded back, and we were at Route 216, exactly at the spot where I found Weavile. I'm not just a different Weavile, if you don't remember. I took a look at the screen and checked my party. Blaze, my level 49 Infernape, Icicle, the level 100 Weavile, Thunder, my level 50 Luxray, Legend, my level 47 Lucario, Shadow, my level 50 Haunter, Drogon, my level 52 Garchomp. I recognized that new name. It was the name of the Weavile that my character had in Pokemon Diamond. You understand now? Yes. I think I do. The screen went black, and I started mashing buttons and turning the DS on and off. I tried everything, but it didn't work. I looked at my Weavile plushie, and it stayed black and gold. I grabbed it and hugged it. The stitches were gone. I'm sorry that I broke my diamond copy. So now you know why my opinion on Weavile changed. But please know, I still have that copy of Pokemon Platinum, and Icicle is always in my team. But I still sometimes remember my Impaled team, and the dead Giratina, and a part of me still doesn't want to forgive Icicle. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the story. We're at the end of this one, but there are plenty more you might not have heard yet. So here are some options: my entire Pokepasta playlist, or a story that YouTube thinks you'll like from me. With all that said, I hope you leave a like, maybe a comment, and if you want to hear more, subscribe with notifications to get the latest stories as soon as they're available.